Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Intoxicated Demons.
So it is Until Dawn, the 2025 version, not the 2026 version, and not the original video game and not the TV series, but 2025 Until Dawn. We're the cast of the Pod podcast. And yeah.
2026 version?
2025, not the 2016 version.
Oh, okay. You said 2026. I was like, oh, the future is here, old man.
The future's here,
it's like,
the future is now.
I thought we was watching some bootleg shit, you know what I mean? What's up? No, bro. What we supposed to be doing this movie today? We supposed to do this like a couple weeks ago or some shit, right?
Yeah, but then we changed the movies around, and then
we went and saw that bullshit ass fucking, what's that movie? That Conjuring shit? Piece of shit.
We tried to record Conjuring last week. It was horrible.
Yeah. It was a bad movie from the get-go.
Didn't even save the copy.
Wow. It was like vanilla. Bro, it was like the movie, because the movie was straight vanilla, bro. There was no flavor. Vanilla without the beans. That Joker had no flavor to it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was nothing that really stuck out about that movie that we would be seeing like, I don't want to watch that again. I'd rather not.
I think we gave it a 5 total, right?
Total, yeah.
That's either kind of way.
Using Cantu's call-in vote, mail-in vote, it still got a 5. Cantu liked it.
I didn't like the marriage. You could have got rid of all of that, and the rest of it, it fit the program. It did what that universe does. It was disappointing, yes. But it did what it was supposed to do. It was anticlimactic. I would have liked to see it go on the bank, but it's like I told Josh in that my mail-in vote. It's based on real life, and real life happened, and that's exactly how it ended. You know what I mean? I mean, nobody died. They carried on after this timeline, the time frame of that story in real life. But yeah, it was anticlimactic. The ending was disappointing. I wasn't interested in marriage. I want to see demons. I want to see red guys. I want to see shadows.
What they had to do, though, was especially after, was it part 3 was The Devil Made Me Do It?
Yeah.
That was the one when he was having major heart problems and all that. So after they already set up that part of his life and they were getting older and the actors both wanted to do other stuff, this is their way of continuing the universe by pushing the story of the daughter and the son-in-law. So the next one that's going to come out is going to be about them, and it's
you know what, and it's going to be just as whack.
It's probably going to be garbage from here on out. Yeah,
dude, that's all we got. We got whack ass shit for now.
And it's still going to make millions for at least 2 more movies.
Man, I ain't watching no more of that shit, man. Fuck that damn movie series, bro. You can't drag me to see another damn Conjuring movie at a movie I pay movie again. I'll watch all that junk bootleg from now on after I seen that bullshit. They got a lot of damn nerve. Sit up there making this dog movie and sit up there talking about this the Conjuring, this the last movie of it. Everybody get up on board. Ooh. This footage is so hard to see. It's only scare you and shit. They had people out there dousing people with holy water before they win the damn movies and shit. And what you fucking get? You ain't getting shit.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions of dollars of bullshit. That movie was some straight garbage. I mean, like, straight up, if anybody sit up there disagree with you, can go hit me. You hit me up online. You tell me if you think The Conjuring, freaking this bullshit was any dope jump. whatever this doggone movie was. What was it called?
So the one we're talking about is Until Dawn, and modeled after the Sony. I forgot. I've never played the game. It came out like 16 years ago or some shit like that, and it's got a huge fan base. But yeah, some people were mad about the movie.
Wait a second. Before we get into that, dude, don't we have to hit this intro first?
Oh, I did that already.
Oh,
It plays before we talk now. Then during the countdown, it throws it into the system, and then
so you trying to tell? Wait. So I as I'm understanding this production stuff, I don't get to do that anymore.
You've been preempted.
Since I got to do all the editing, I got to make it quicker. And what happens is, for whatever reason, when we throw it in here, it kills all the audio. Then I got to sit there and cut everything out, and then manually throw it back in, and then do our audio underneath the one that I throw in manually. And it's like, that's 15 minutes. I'd rather sleep.
Okay.
Expediency.
I mean, no, pod people. Yeah, spend hours doing the editing, and definitely don't just hit print after we're done.
Print after we're done and just let it rock and roll. Shit. But that's what's up, though. Okay, then we keep this going, man. I never knew. Fuck this. Hey, since this movie we supposed to be watching is called, what is it called again?
Until Dawn.
Right, and it's based off this video game, right? I never saw the video game. I never even heard that they did a video game for this movie. The junk was so... Yeah, you gotta have some real good friends to be on here. That's what this movie's about. Seriously, man. That's that shit like Ghostface Killer said, dude. You my friend, you know. He got that song there, We Friends, and he said on that, said, you my friend. He said, would you give me a kidney? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, these motherfuckers, I think you gotta die every night for this shit? Man, come on, yo.
The original release of the PlayStation 4 game sold 4.3 million physical copies in 2022. So it wasn't 16 years ago; it was 3 years ago. But
That's
then they redid the PlayStation 5, the redo. Let's see how many sold for that one.
They got it for Xbox?
No, it's made by Sony Core, so they're not gonna put it on anywhere else.
Oh,
another 4 million copies for the cleaned up $60 remake. They're saying the sales were poor, with 4 million more sales at $60
each.
Yeah.
Get a load of that crap, right? You do the math on that, right?
Okay, so I was wrong. The game came out in 2015. And as of 2022, it had sold 4 million copies on the original version. And then the updated version sold millions more on PS5.
So that's not really that high.
I'd like to sell 8 million over an 8-year span.
Of anything.
Of anything.
Yeah. But in today's society, what numbers would they be talking about is like unreal, you know? It's like totally different, you know, money talking now than it was then. But that shit is still fucking crazy, though.
You know what's crazy? When we were
Who
kids,
came up with the idea of this movie?
The number of billions. The number of billions, it was like imaginary. We knew it existed, but it was like, yeah, it's just unattainable. We know that it's after millions, but nobody ever spoke in billions. But
nope.
Commonly. But then there was a shift in the 90s, and then billions led to its trillions. I remember I wrote a verse in high school, and we had just hit minus $3 million, $3 trillion in debt, right? And I wrote that line in that verse because it's unfathomable amount of money at that time, and this was in the 90s. So we went from being kids and billions was a concept, but we never spoke in those numbers. And then by the time I was in high school, billions was actually being made and produced and thrown around. And then word trillion came, and it was the national debt. minus $3 trillion. How rich can I get? And yeah, so that's Cobweb. What you mentioning the numbers and us talking about these. I'd like to sell 8 million. Yeah, I don't need trillion anything. I don't need billion anything. I'll sell 8 million $1 things and I'll be all right.
What
Except
would you
for the
do for a
taxes.
trillion? All right, listen. All right, straight up. On this, I know this is crazy. This is off the movie top, but if you had $1 trillion, what would you buy? You had a trillion. You was a trillionaire. What would you buy?
What wouldn't you buy?
You
Or
don't
what
need
would
to
you
buy
need?
anything if you have $1 trillion.
different-
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
talking
already got
like I mean, what? I'm buying me like Jamaica.
Oh, you could have done that
Straight
at
up.
like a 200 billion. You could have got that.
Right, I'm buying Jamaica, bro. I'm just buying the whole goddamn country. I'm buying the whole goddamn shit.
$1 trillion, and you act right. You're not buying nothing. Everybody's giving you stuff. Just see what they can get off of you.
Hey man,
not
you can
spending
do
nothing
it.
out of
Hey, I know we gonna be making money, but straight up, I'm buying the Bahamas. I'm buying Jamaica, the whole thing, dude. I'm
The
cleaning up the
Virgin
whole
Islands,
damn thing.
all of them. The
All of it.
Cobweb Virgin Islands.
Yes, all that shit be mine. All that stuff, the Bermuda Triangle, all that shit.
The triangle,
know what I'm saying?
hell yeah! All the
I want the
missing
Bermuda fucking
planes,
Triangle,
all the
son.
boats. It's all mine. I'm gonna
I'm
put it in
dredging
this
the goddamn
airplane
ocean
hangar.
if I was in it. Yo, I'm finding that chick that
So
died in that damn airplane back in the day that got caught in that
Deb's
shit.
still awake, while Deb's still awake because she's on her surgery medicine, her not pre-surgery because they haven't approved the surgery yet, but she's gonna need it. But she's a little meted out right now. Let's talk about the movie because she really wanted to talk about it. Deb,
All right,
you
brother.
awake?
I'm here. I'm here.
All right.
As much as I can be.
What'd you like about the movie, Deb?
I like the whole. I wanted to do this movie. I saw the trailer for it, and I liked it without even knowing that this was a video game movie. And then when we started watching it, and then it showed PlayStation, whatever, I was like, oh crap, it's a video game movie. But I liked the whole movie. The movie was fun. It scared me a lot. A lot of the surprise scenes.
This movie, for those of y'all who don't know, who haven't seen the movie, or if you're not planning on seeing the movie, it's basically Groundhog's Day or Happy Death Day done over, where they run into something, and once they get into that situation, it just continues. They die. They wake up back at the set point of when everything started, and they had to figure out. But the only difference is, instead of like on Groundhog's Day, where the same thing happens every day, same thing, this one changes up, and they have to survive until dawn. And in the movie, it does do that lame thing that, oh, we have to be awake until dawn, and you're like, ah, yeah. They say the name of the movie.
Right. See, this, yeah, but what this one is that they don't remember what happened the day before, and that's the killer part. Like in Groundhog Dog, he kept remembering every day what he did the next day. The next day, he had that retention. In this one, there was no retention. They didn't remember what the.
In the
What'd you say?
beginning, they were remembering.
They were they would have the bruises, and they'd remember how they died. They remembered how the water made them explode. They remembered about when they saw their pictures on the wall. It's
What
just it
was
happened.
up with the explosions? That was wild.
That was good stuff.
Oh, with the water and
weasel.
shit. What the fuck?
What happens though, and the point of the study is, it's not that they don't retain it. It's just that they're so traumatized and they're so hurt that because technically they're not sleeping. They're 14 days into it, 15 days into it, with no sleep. There's no eating. There's no drinking, because as they learned on like day 3, they drink water, then they explode, spontaneous combustion style.
What the fuck? And then they started changing like those creatures too and shit, right? The longer
The
they you be in there. The Wimbagos, yeah. Wimbagos, bro. Them motherfuckers are fucked up, bro.
So if you know anything
Straight
about
up.
the Native American history of the Wendigo, it was punishment for being a cannibal,
Yup.
which would change a human into a Wendigo. But they just stuck with the name on this one, and it's the trauma of dying and coming back and not eating and all that, and losing your mind that turns the humans in this into Wendigos.
Yeah, that's
And
what happened with.
My watch says
Go
it's time to stand up. No, it's not.
See, that's what happened in Stephen King's flick, though, straight up. In that doggone Pet Cemetery. You know, in the book, that's what happened to the kid. When they came back when they went over there, they came back, they were possessed by the Wendigo. And that Joker, that's how it got into him. That's what happened in the book. That's what happened. That's what the spirit that overtook them when they came back out of that graveyard.
You know, I recall a Wendigo playing a specific part in one of the Stephen King books that I read a long time ago. Now that you mention it, that sounds about right. But
that was I read that book a couple times. That's one of my favorites right there. That junk right there was scary. When you start getting into that thing that was doing it, whoo, shit.
Remember when he cut the Achilles tendon of the judge from under the bed? Oh man,
crazy junk. But this movie right here, I'm with you, Deb. I ain't gonna front. When I saw the trailer for it, I was like, this looked like this could be pretty interesting, you know. And I saw what it was gonna be like. I was like, if they're gonna be able to pull it off. Because whenever we ever seen any of these movies, when they do like that Happy Valentine's Day or whatever the movies is, when they come back over and over and over again, they've been pretty solid on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So they came back with another installment. Because if you come back with doing this type of style, your junk is whack. You ain't gonna do it. You're gonna be caught off quick. But this one, they did it good. I can't think of a bad one that's been like that.
And I liked how the way they filmed it. Sometimes if you looked at it, it looked like a video game. It looked like the game, like you were watching the game, how they have the game now. Like, you know how sometimes the games look like movies? You look like a game, like you were playing the game.
Oh, okay.
So,
you know what? Go ahead, Josh.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, what tripped me out was that one spot when them jokers, when they found that dog on our camera, when he looked at his phone, when she looked at her phone, and they saw all the stupid shit that they was fucking doing.
That was crazy.
So for those that hadn't seen the movie, it's a group of friends, and it's the typical meathead, not much character to them. You find out that the main thing of the story is that one of the people is a sister that's been missing for about a year, and they're doing a goodbye tour, a let and go tour of the spots that they knew that she was at. And they get to the gas station, you're all gonna die old man gas station. That's in all the movies.
Movie.
And the guy at the gas station is gonna warn you, yep, it's bad around here. People like you disappear around here. And I love that actor. I can't tell you what his name is. What is his name? He's always like a Russian bad guy or something like that. What's his name? Peter Stormare.
Oh.
Dr. Hill. Now, Dr. Hill actually, he did the voice, and they used his likeness in the game as Dr. Hill. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, so he played himself.
Yeah, he was Satan in Constantine.
Oh shit,
that guy. Yeah,
that guy. Yes.
Yeah, that movie was fucking crazy bananas. Crazy bananas. I might have to pull that back out.
Yeah, whenever you see him, like they try to make him the sympathetic kind of gas station guy. No, it's not here. It's up there. Stay away from up there. Whenever you see him in the movie, you know he's going to be the bad guy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He looks like Buster Poindexter's brother. I know who you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like a black exploitation supervillain and shit, you know?
Yeah, he's Mr. Big. That's who he looks like.
He's like a Mr. Big. He's a Mr. Big of horror movies, you know? You see this fool come walking in, you know he's the bad guy. It's already set in stone.
He's like, look, it's not about you. It's about the real estate.
Oh, man. That movie was pretty, I ain't gonna front. This movie was pretty dope. I enjoyed this shit, man. I watched this joint again. I like the whole when they was flipping the clock over every time. And I like how they said when they signed the guest book every day, how the names were just getting kind of messed up as they deteriorated, as they kept going and changing more and more to those creatures
losing
and
their
shit.
self and losing their sanity.
Yeah, but when they figured out that's what was happening, the repeat, and that's why the book just kept having the entries with the re-signing and the re-signing, once they realized, it was like, oh shit, this is what's happening to us. It's happening over and over again. I think that's when the movie opened up, and I think that's what was designed to happen. This movie, it checks off all the boxes. It does what it's supposed to do for me. I didn't know it was part of a video game. I was talking shit at work. I was like, hey, doing a podcast about this movie, and somebody was like the video game? And I was like, I have no clue. That was how I was enlightened as to it's being a video game. I didn't research it. I just watched it, and yeah, give me some popcorn. It's a popcorn movie for sure.
I didn't know until just now when we started the podcast. Straight up, I didn't know.
Game?
I didn't know it was a video game until you guys told me.
So on IMDb, it says a group of friends trapped in a time loop where mysterious foes chase and kill them in gruesome ways must survive until dawn to escape it. Director David S. Sandberg, writers Gary Domberger and Blair Butler. Stars Ella Rubin, Michael Cimino, and Odessa Azion.
We just came across the name Domberger because I remember you stalling on pronouncing it as well.
That one too. Yeah.
A couple of movies ago, I think. That you
Let's see what they're known for writing. See if it's anything that comes back. And he looks just like Dr. Hill, to be honest with you. Annabelle Comes Home, and then It and Salem's Lot and The Nun. He wrote those.
Salem's
The Nun
Lot.
2, Swamp Thing, the TV show. That was a good series.
Dude, have you seen the new series, the new movie for Swamp Thing yet?
I
haven't.
The new movie they haven't made yet. With DC, the one that they're planning on doing.
No, the one that's out. I think it's like at select theaters and junk. I seen the trailer for it.
For Swamp Thing.
Not Swamp Thing. I'm sorry, my bad. Toxic Avengers.
Oh yeah.
That's a big
Yeah.
jump. Oops.
I know. I completely fucked it. You know what? Let me tell you why. Because they both green. So,
Toxic Avenger is being rebooted.
And Peter Dinklage is Toxie.
No.
Yeah. They
Oh.
made it like 8 years ago. Elijah Wood's in it. All these big names are in it. It's supposed to be amazing, but
Why is he playing? Why is he playing him?
well, they were gonna make it, but nobody would distribute it. Distribute. You know what? Distribute it. And so it had been in the can all this time, and they fought for it, and they kind of did like how they did Deadpool, leaking out stuff here and there before they finally released it. Now everybody's like, oh, this movie's great. It made all this money in the theater, and yeah, it should be out to download or buy soon.
I'm interested. Is it
I
Trauma?
know, right?
I don't know if Troma signed over the rights or what, but it's highly produced. It was highly advertised. They spent more money on the advertising than Troma probably made all in all its career.
Oh shit!
As much as I love Troma movies.
You
Hey,
put
they
Peter
gonna
Dinklage
get-
in it, it's going to be good. The man is fantastic.
Yeah, don't tell my boy Dylan that.
Shit.
I'll tell your boy
Hey, you know
Dylan
the-
anything.
Hey, Debs. Oh, go ahead.
Dylan was the one that came out all over the news, and he was like, "Fuck Peter Dinklage for stealing my job." Hornswoggle. Have you seen the interviews on that?
No.
Do you know who Hornswoggle is?
Is that a
Yeah,
movie?
the little.
The Leprechaun.
Is that a movie?
Well, actually, the guy that played Leprechaun, the last Leprechaun movie, and then he was the Leprechaun in WWE for years.
Yeah.
And Peter Dinklage was the reason why they didn't use people of shorter stature. I forgot what the politically correct term is, but
I don't know, man. I just watch
Peter
micro
Dinklage
wrestling,
made a big
dude.
deal about it, and
That's
that's why they.
wrestling.
Yeah, I do. I watch micro wrestling, bro. It's a great time. Go out to them when they come in your town. Go out, have a good time.
I dare you to go up to I dare you to go up to a midget wrestler and tell them that they're a little person. I dare you.
Why would I do that?
Little person. That's the word. I said it. There you go.
You also said midget, so you're on a plateau right now. You're 50-50.
Midget wrestling. I dare anybody out there who's got a problem with me saying midget wrestling to tell a midget wrestler that they're not a midget.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're gonna be really messed up. You
They're
taking
gonna
food out their
stab
mouth.
you- They're gonna stab you in the crotch. That's what they're gonna do.
From the knees down, your mom.
Hey,
Shit.
no jokes about the knees.
Oh, Deb. Now, honestly, tell the truth. When they start sticking together, and they realize, like, hey, you know, if none of us can't make it, we all gonna start killing each other. They start letting each other get died or something like that at a point, you know. That right there, when they start doing that shit, that's when I knew they were going to get out. That's when I knew they were going to get out. When they started to be like, hey, we got to stick together. If we don't do this, if none of us go home, ain't none of us going home. If one don't make it, none of us going to make it. You know? And that's why they got out of it. That's exactly how they got out of it. The will to
They
live.
stuck together.
Yeah, they stuck together. Once they started doing that, they was, and then they got to the point where they didn't give a fuck. You know, when they felt like they was on their last man and shit like that. That's when they
were
started.
changing and stuff.
Yeah, that's when they said fuck it. When they just went even harder. You know,
That's a question to think about. I wonder if the psychology guy still had the spines out of his back, the Godzilla bumps on his back where the vertebrae were busting through the skin after all this was over, or do they recoup? Do they recover?
I would think they would recover.
Yeah.
There's no turning back from Wendigo. That was it. According to the Algonquin lore, once you turn Wendigo, there's no turning back. You're unforgiven. Once the transformation happens, that's it.
But they weren't in full transformation yet.
No, but it has started. It's no going back. Wendigo sets in. There's no redemption.
it was
That's the
the
whole
same- the
deal.
same
There's no
version.
redemption.
Well,
The
it's
same-
Hollywood.
The same protruding vertebrae like abomination in the Incredible Hulk.
That shit was crazy as hell, bro. It was fucked up when they was driving into that goddamn house from the get-go. It was coming down
they
all
were, like,
hard.
raining.
Yeah, then as soon as they stopped, then they just got in there. As soon as they got in the area, it just stopped raining just like a sheet of dryness. You
Have
know?
you ever seen that in
And
real
then-
life?
Yes.
Hell no.
The rain
Really?
wall. The rain. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've walked through a rain wall. I've seen a couple in my life. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
I've driven in one.
yeah.
There-
It happens.
there's where you're on the highway and it's horrible, and it's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna make this exit right here, and then you exit and you're on the other side of the highway, and it's a sunny day, dry as a bone. And it's like, what?
Oh
what
yeah,
the
no,
fuck?
it's not the driving
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I'm talking about like right there on the street.
No,
You're on the
I
street.
have.
It's raining right here, and it's not right there, and you're at the dividing line. I've seen that maybe 3 times in my entire life, and they were all here in San Antonio.
I've
That's
seen
'cause
it
y'all in
once
it, yeah.
here.
That's because y'all on a
have.
different planet out there.
I'm telling you, it's out here. You know, it's that pickle business.
Right here by our house. There's when you go to the other side, you have to cross a little bridge. So on our side, it was like raining really hard, and then once you get onto the bridge, it was all sunny,
Going to her grandmother's house. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, like
and it was like
two car links.
the street wasn't even wet. Like there was no.
Oh,
I was like, what
that's
the
a
hell?
magical boundary that's around that
Yeah,
house.
right,
That's
yeah,
what that
come on.
is.
Yeah,
right
Dad.
there.
Come on, Deb. You was walking to your grandma's house, and all of a sudden the sun started shining. Come on.
It was. I'm not lying.
Dude, I don't know how many times I've had that happen to me in my life. I wish I could have that feeling right now. Shit.
And it's not the meds that's talking. I really haven't.
Oh yeah, no. It's,
It really
I've been there.
happened.
My grandma didn't have a magical realm around her house, but I understand what you're talking about. It happens.
It wasn't around the house. It was
Going into her
going
neighborhood.
into that neighborhood.
Oh, see, that
Oh,
neighborhood
that-
is. Yep.
That's
So-
how much power there was there.
It's by the
Just
cemetery,
radiating.
right?
No.
Oh shit.
Let's
So
see.
yeah, this movie, man, it checked all the boxes. You want gore? Yeah. There's a problem?
It did that.
Yeah. These people, it takes a long time for them to solve it. And we were going back to about once they realized that they had started killing each other. You know that thing that went around the internet, would you slap your brother for $5 million? This right here, they weren't really sure, but it's like, yo, I'm going to have to kill this guy. What's going through your head? these are your friends. These are school friends. These are people you grew up with. And it's like, I got to kill this motherfucker based on this idea that we have. Because what if you murdering your loved one ends the whole thing for everybody?
And that's the time that it stops. That was something I like this movie. I like this movie a lot. But that was something I was thinking about because the way that they would kill each other was more painful and slower than when the creatures would kill them.
They would carry on plot lines with those murders, like just a little. You know what I'm saying?
I would rather have them do it than go out by old dude. Just take, you know what I'm saying? If it's looking bad, just be like, yo, Griff, what?
Yeah.
God damn. You
There
know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
Yeah.
That is, right? You know?
And
They're like,
brother's
okay.
keeper.
Yeah, exactly. Am I my brother's keeper? You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have been like, bam. And just be like that. I mean, I don't know if I could have did that. I mean, if it was us, all right. So if it was Cast of the Pod, you know, and we had to like get through all this stuff like that on the bus and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And then we had to do all that stuff. I think I might.
That's three.
Y'all
I
motherfuckers
might.
ain't shit.
Yeah, that's a definite.
Nah, I ain't doing that shit.
It's the lack of a guarantee of what's on the other side. That's the whole thing.
Here's the script now. Here's the script. Not real life or anything like that. It's like one person just bam, other person's dead. And it's like, well, it's a good thing that he'll come back when everything resets. And then the shooter's like, he'll come back? That sounds like the Bond script.
Yeah.
When he comes back, he's gonna remember who did it.
Y'all get paid?
Oh man.
One of the
Wouldn't be
best lines
surprised.
in movie history, by the way.
Yeah. That
What,
is. Just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie.
What was everybody's favorite kill?
Yeah.
Me and Deborah talked about this one already, and I think it was the first kill when the boyfriend, the jock psychiatrist, gets thrown up against the wall and cut in half. The very first kill, he pulls the sickle out of him, the scythe, and then he just falls in two.
Man, I forgot about that cat.
For
That was,
me-
dude, that whole everything with that whole scene everything that happened on that camera when they found that video camera phone
Ah, man.
and they showed the video thing, everything on that shit right there was my favorite. I love that whole fucking scene. That was one of my favorite parts of that movie. I watched that thing part like twice.
They
I
should
love
have
that
played
shit.
the America's Funniest Home Videos music under that shit right there, man. That was fucking great.
So the scene that we're talking about right now is where later on in the movie they're talking about how many times we died already, 4 or 5 times, and the other one's like, no, 11. The other, and then I think it was 16 times already.
13, I think.
Well, I thought they thought didn't one of them say 13 and the other one said it was 16, and that was the most that anybody had in the book. It was something teen, a large amount of deaths. And then they couldn't remember their deaths because it had happened so much. And that's when the guy, was it Max or Abe? Abe realized that he had been recording all that time. And that's when they're going through the different clips of their different deaths. And it's amazing that their bodies weren't eating. They weren't getting any substance. But the phone kept on recharging every night.
Hey,
That had to have been a Sony phone. You know, that it kept charge 16 nights in a row, 5-10 minute movies that they're recording.
hey, bro, you haven't seen do you have one of those ultras? Those battery lives are long. No.
The phones kept recharging.
Well, it was just his. He had a good battery. Maybe he had a
'cause
battery back.
I think
There
it was
ain't one phone that's going to hold 16 days of charge if you use it at least once a day.
that was the supernatural part of it, because everything even the damage they did around the house was all repaired. You know what I'm saying? So anything that they did, technically to something like that, it all came back again. So it didn't matter.
Okay,
That's why the phone
so
probably say charge.
because of everybody's different idea about how many times that they've been killed, then that leads me to believe that the number of deaths that each one saw is going to be determined by the person that's speaking. Everybody had a different idea, so everybody's had a different experience. Some have had more experiences than others. So in the story, whoever is telling the numbers, they're holding the reality at that moment that they're telling the story. So there's a switch of point of views and timelines depending on the character that's speaking in the movie then.
I kind of see that, but I'm thinking timeline wise, everybody's a slave to the 12 hours,
The reset.
the 12, the reset of the hourglass, and dying or not. Well, no, because if someone didn't die, then they would have just moved on. Like the scene when Megan wasn't there, and they thought that she had already transformed. That's why she didn't appear with them, but she was already being a prisoner of Dr. Hill. That's why she wasn't there. You know. So what if somebody did make it out? That was one of the big things. They almost made it out halfway through the movie. They haven't been transformed or anything like that. And they're like, no, we have to save the sister. The sister who I'm glad they showed was already all zombified, face all ripped off and everything like that.
Oh,
But the thing is, they could have made it out and only 2 of them would have been left behind.
But in whose
That's it.
timeline?
But do they have multiple timelines though?
They're going to have to, because if somebody thought that they've been through it 11 times, and somebody thought they went through it 16 times, and somebody thought they went through it 19 times, then that means that each person's experience is absolutely different. So now we're getting into exponential quantities of possibilities of what had happened. Because if I saw 11 people die 11 times and another person saw 16 of them die 16 times, then
I thought
this is
You could have died.
nice.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You could have just died walking around and just got hit in the head, and next thing you know, you dead. You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
Not even
You
though
just
they died. Yeah.
right.
Everybody
I
would
know,
have to
like, oh.
recount their story, though, to tell how many times. So if I saw everybody die 11 times and you saw it happen, then you're going to tell me the 5 additional ways that you saw everybody else
That's
die.
the-
And then
but that's the thing.
everybody
That's
has
the-
their own story inside of that timeline.
No,
Go
that's
ahead,
the thing, though, bro. Go ahead, Derek.
No, I was gonna say I thought that they all died at the same time though, like they weren't in a different timeline because it had to have been.
Once one died, and then the time reset, and then they all came back the next day. Is
Well,
that
no,
what-
they all had to die.
Not at the same time though,
Not at the same time, but all four of them had to die.
because anybody who didn't die wouldn't come back because they were free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, all of them had to die for the time to reset.
Every day.
Right. And they didn't
Right,
remember
they're all
every day.
Timeline.
You know, that's the thing that they did say, you know, because they didn't remember a lot of all that stuff that happened to them. So they don't know all that stuff that, you know, like they said, a lot of the reset kept happening. They didn't know what was going on.
And I
So they
only
looked
think
in that book.
that one girl, I can't remember her name. I think she only remembered how many times it was because she went to the book.
Yeah.
That was Nina, Odessa Azayan.
And that doesn't mean necessarily that she remembered. She just saw the amount of signatures
the
that were
amount.
on there.
Yeah.
Right.
And so for the person who did those signatures, because it wasn't any of them, it was previous, right? So that person might have been trying to keep count after X amount of times that they went through the experience to be like, my signature is going to stay here.
No, she did sign it when the first time she signed it, and then
Yeah.
after that. it
But how
kept
many
coming.
times did she experience of that before she was like, I'm going to leave this bread trail?
Well, the signature was the signatures that was in the book was her sister's.
No, but
Yeah,
she
that's
the,
what I'm talking
the
about,
other
what
one
she went through
signed
before.
it when, that first time when they got there.
Nina.
When
Cur-
she
curly
was the
hair.
one who signed it, and then
and
she
that's-
started looking at the other names.
And that's where the respawn point is. They respawned where they started off the very first time when time set. That's why when Clover's out there in the rain, that's why they could die across the street in the witch house, but they would still reappear, respawn wherever they started off.
Yeah, and that's why Abe kept seeing the missing persons.
He would come back, yeah, in the little room with the missing persons. Clover and Max were in the rain,
and it kept increasing. The pictures would be new ones. Here's a question, maybe a mind-blowing one. What's going on in the rest of the world?
Nothing.
But this is happening. So this is a time bubble then,
right?
Yeah.
So there's a
Yeah,
bubble,
it definitely is.
Because
like
a year
Dad
went
walking
by.
over to grandma's house, and there's a bubble of protection around everything. This is bubble of time around everything.
It's something more than
it's
that.
shown by the fact that the sister, what was the sister's name? Melanie. Melanie had been gone for, it was the anniversary of a year of her being missing.
Mm-hmm.
And so if time would have kept on resetting, then only 16 days or however many teen days went by that she was signing the book.
All right. So the area of action is a time. It's locked away from everything else going on in the universe.
Yeah. Right. It's like that whole area. Remember when they tried to like leave or something else like that, or drive off or something or whatever, and they had like those creatures were out in the woods or something like that, like those giants and shit. What the fuck was that?
They were in a
wormhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is the big giants?
That's one of the complaints that people are saying about this movie. Well, this didn't make sense and that didn't make sense, but it's a fucking movie. This is one of the movies that it's not tongue in cheek enough to be a good bad movie, but it's also not a Hereditary with amazing acting and amazing writing, or like a Midsummer or anything like that. But this is a movie. It's a popcorn horror movie where they kind of updated the tropes. With there wasn't anybody having sex this time, so they died because of having sex. But you had the ex-boyfriend and the ex-girlfriend, and then you had you didn't have the cheerleader friend or the dumb blonde friend like how it used to be. It's 5 friends. I mean, that is one thing that if somebody wanted to complain about, you really can't care about the characters because there's not much character development. But here's the movie starting, and boom, it goes right into it. So is there really time for character development?
This whole thing, time is a character in this, so we can appreciate all of these people's value because time becomes irrelevant once they're inside of here. So we don't care about their whole past. We understand that they are confined to this space, and they're experiencing, and they don't need a save the cat moment. This is blood, gore, and it's happening over and over again in all possibilities. So yeah, you don't have to worry about the character building. You can learn the characters as they develop.
I did like when they killed the masked guy, and he couldn't lift his hammer, and all 3 of them, instead of talking about let's do this and 1, 2, 3, they all acted as a team subconsciously and picked up the hammer together and swung it together. That was a nice different thing to see in a movie.
It's frank. They were real friends.
Yeah, they were. You know what that movie?
Even though Abe was new to the group, he'd just been around for 3 months because he'd been.
He's a new boyfriend.
Nina has lots of friends. We'll just say that.
Yeah, but he was good though. You know what? It was this movie reminded me that whole thing out there in the rain for some reason with the creatures. It reminded me of that freaking Stephen King movie, The Mist. For some reason. That's what I kept when they went out there and they tried to leave or something else like that, and the creatures were out there in the woods or something else like that. I don't know, for some reason, as soon as I saw that, I started thinking about that shit.
Yeah, I didn't see the movie, but I read the short story, and that's what Stephen King does. He creates where the shell of the container of the story is by these unknown things that are out there, and that's the reason why nobody's going to get out of the situation, because there's those things out there. What are they? We don't quite know, but let's stay in this one place.
King did say he liked the ending of the movie better than his own written ending.
Of The Mist?
Yes.
Okay, well, I gotta watch it now.
And I do too. Because I don't no spoils. I mean, we talked about it here on Pod, but
he's very self-deprecating, though, man. He's one of the most
movie,
prolific horror writers of the world, and then he's like, yeah, I did okay.
the ending of the movie is so much better than the ending of the novella, and it's so much darker and it's so much more heartfelt than them just leaving some information at a Howard Johnson behind and talking about how they were going to continue their adventures in Mistland.
Damn. Didn't know that.
Well, that's the way it ended in Skeleton Crew, the short story of the Mist.
Oh yeah, dude. All King's been putting out is all that stuff he's been doing is just like a lot of detective shit lately. He hasn't been putting out too much supernatural stuff lately.
That Skeleton Crew I read like my freshman year in high school, and the only reason I got it because on the cover of the book it had the damn monkey with the symbols
monkey,
on it.
the symbol monkey, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. I have not read that book yet all the way, I don't think.
Yeah, it's got like 6 or 7 different novellas inside of it, and one of them being the monkey.
I might have. I have to go back and look. I've had like, I know I had a thumb drive, what I had with all Stephen King's books on it.
Well,
audiobooks.
You should buy his physical copies of his stuff. That way you can support the artist.
Actually,
he's only got 10 million streams, so he's made $500.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stephen King.
But I buy. See what I do. See what I do is I buy. Yeah. What I do is I because I drive a lot. I do the audiobooks. So I buy a really good audiobook from Stephen King, one of his new books or something like that, and I drive it, listening to the car and stuff like that. Like I've been doing a lot of the Dresden Files lately. You know
what,
and
what you could do while you're listening to Cast of the Pod on Spotify, if you have a Spotify membership, it also links to an Audible account where you can get free books, including Stephen King titles, available on Spotify to play. Sorry.
I was like, are they sponsoring us?
This podcast not brought to you by Spotify and their connection to Audible, but yeah.
Audible is great.
I think I'm going to apply for a job there.
Shit, if it pay good enough, man, fuck that shit.
It was a breezy spring morning. Death lurked over the hill. Johnny comes out of his house. Thank you. I'm available for hire. Tripping. I can do this.
You tripping, bro, hard.
This is one of the things that we talked about in the past. It's tough when it's a good movie to talk about it because not much shit talking. Shit talking is the fun part of it. But when the movies come out pretty good, you know what? Real quick, let me read the people's version of the storyline on IMDb. 1 year after her sister Melanie mysteriously disappeared, Clover and her friends head into the remote valley where she vanished in search of answers. Exploring an abandoned visitor center, they find themselves stalked by a mass killer and horrifically murdered one by one, only to wake up and find themselves back at the beginning of the same evening. Trapped in the valley, they're forced to relive the night again and again, only each time the killer threat is different, each more terrifying than the last. Hope dwindling, the group soon realizes that they have a limited number of deaths left, and the only way to escape is to survive until dawn.
That was succinct enough. That's the story, but if you're gonna try to compete with an MDib official, you gotta tighten it up a little bit.
That's too long.
Yeah.
I know what they were trying to do, and they gave everything that you needed to get, but it was too long. Too long.
I have a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
What?
So, when they drove, when they were driving in the rain, and then they hit on the other side with a house, do you think that's right when they drove in? That's when it clicked? They were already stuck? Or if they would have stayed in the car and just turned around and they're like, nah, fuck this, we're gonna go back, would it have let them go back?
I think it would have let them go back because their reset point, their respawn point is where they were at when the hourglass hit upside down.
So if
they would have drove in and turned around and the hourglass hadn't turned yet, because it starts at the beginning of the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they just showed up at the perfect time.
Well, they showed up and then they stood there bullshitting, talking about a whole bunch of bullshit.
Right.
Then
they're being there. They just happened to be there at the exact moment where there was no turning back. Whereas
Right.
Well, they
had
did
it
a
been
bunch of-
5 minutes
Bro.
earlier, they could have left.
Yes.
Possibly.
No, because
allegedly.
they was in there doing some stupid ass white people shit. Why the hell did these motherfuckers just start walking in these people's house like that?
Yep.
Well, it's
Who
a mu-
does that?
It was a customer service center.
Yeah, but why? But, there's nobody there.
It's like
Why
when
would
you
you-
go. It's like when you go to a rest area. In Texas, we have rest areas every 50 miles, every 100 miles, or something like that.
Yeah.
And the
Really?
one coming back from Houston, I mean, it's this huge location that has corn grinding gears and mills from like the inside of a mill, and then it has a screen where it's talking about how the woolly mammoths lived in this area, and there's concessions.
Bathrooms and there's concessions. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have that out? You see again.
Yep.
You guys see different world. Excuse me, I didn't know.
It's
I
because
didn't
Texas
know.
is so big, and like from going like just from here to Austin, there's like a lot of
That's 45 minutes.
yeah.
Right, I don't
And-
stop at rest areas. I don't,
Well, you
because I'm
don't-
scared
You
of
don't
yeah.
stop at the ones that are just
You
the old
should be
brick
in the
table.
dark.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
the
whole
ones that-
movie in itself. That's a white people movie. It's like, hey, it's 2:00 in the morning. Let's pull over to this rusty truck stop, the rusty rest stop.
Half of me needs to come out and say, I need everybody on pod and everybody listening to acknowledge the participation and the relevancy and what has been given to horror due to crazy white people shit. You know, where were the,
Not
were
even
the
crazy. Not crazy. Not crazy.
just
Normal.
just white people shit, just normal white
This
people
that,
shit.
whoopsie. This is
Whoopsie.
oops. Did I do that? It's
Right,
like, yeah,
I wouldn't
you
have
did.
done that.
You
I
did
would have
that
never
whole
went in the
shit.
house. I'm
So
sorry, I would have been in
where
there.
would horror movies be today?
If
If
it
it
were
wasn't for that,
white people
oh,
shit.
it
You know-
wouldn't. It wouldn't be done.
It's
Dude.
it's Clyde and Daphne. They're driving down
There-
a back road, trying to get back
there
to
would
the
be-
highway.
There would be movies that are hinting to Illuminati connections in former football players that part of the San Antonio Saviors, and then you find out that's not really what happened, and the movie turns to shit. But that's not what I'm saying the movie Him is about. But that's just neither here or there.
What?
You don't know about Him?
I saw the previews for it, but I didn't watch it. I didn't see it at the movies yet.
Yeah,
I heard it was kind of whack.
Kinda.
I'm gonna watch it.
Is it kind of whack, or is it like
Wayans
really whack?
It's nothing like what they're trying to make. It's there's not even a twist. There's
Well,
it's-
you know what? Like we said,
the
that one was
twist-
the last
twist
movie
is
that
the
Phil
trailer,
did.
The movie, the twist of the movie is that it's not what the trailer makes it look like at all in any way, shape, or form, and that's really disappointing.
Oh, kind of like that last one with the alien shit with the that we saw with the one that Jordan Peele did before. The one with
That
the
was
alien.
not- that
Man,
isn't good.
you know the movie's called Nope. Don't pretend you don't know what the name is.
I couldn't
what's that
remember what it
movie?
was.
What's that movie called? Hope or Negative or no? What's the name of that movie? Man, you know what the name
What's
of
the
the movie
most
is.
famous
where-
blonde girl on the planet's name? I don't remember her name. She dated one of the Raiders. She's gonna marry a cowboy. Yeah. See you, cowboy.
No, bro, I don't know
I
all that
nothing
shit.
about the news.
I don't know nothing about that shit, bro. I just know what
Hey,
y'all
Isn't
tell
there
me.
no.
that show
I'm
where all
gonna-
the friends are together and they
Yes.
sit on the couch?
I'm gonna find that episode where Cobweb was like, yeah, all the friends where they're on the couch and they go to the coffee shop all the time, and there's like Phoebe and Joey, but I don't watch that shit. That's white.
That's white people shit.
Don't even be talking that shit, bro. Don't even go there with that junk. You know damn well I don't watch that goddamn Friends shit. I watch fucking yeah. I know the name of the motherfuckers. Y'all keep telling me about this shit all over again. I didn't watch
Because
Friends. I
that's
watched
what
fucking
you
Living.
said.
I watched Living Single.
awake
Okay,
now. I'm
that's what I
awake.
watched. I
Yeah.
watched Living Single. I didn't watch Friends. I watched Living Single.
Guess
Okay.
what? You can watch both. It's okay.
Yeah.
No, you
There's
can't.
nothing wrong with it. Yes, you can.
What's the original title of Living Single? The original title.
Living Singles.
Latifah's
Nope.
crib.
No.
That's-
No, what? There was a different name of it. I can't remember what was it.
Yes, the show was going to be completely different. They had to change it last minute. They'd filmed the pilot to it and everything. I'll leave it up to you so you can do some private investigating to
I
learn
might have
more
to look
about
it up. But that show
to
was
learn
good.
more about Living Single. Oh, it was a great show.
Yeah. Shoot, Kim Fields was on that
Nothing
Tootie.
wrong with watching Friends.
I've seen.
Whatever.
I'll say I've seen maybe 20
know.
episodes of Friends in my life, and I couldn't tell you any of their history. I can tell you the character names and stuff like that, but it's okay to watch multiple shows and have
Oh man, please.
multiple tastes in things.
Oh, dude, I've been watching The Facts of Life. I've been watching that series, yo. I've been watching that shit.
Oh shit.
Yes, I've started. I pulled that junk up on Hulu. I started watching that shit. I was like, oh man, I was wigging out. I was straight in it. I went back to a time loop, dude. Straight The Facts of Life, boy. That was my shit back in the day. I used to watch that shit. It was Tootie was on there, bro. Kim Fields, man, back in the '80s, bro. Come on, man. That was
Trying
it,
so
man.
hard. So hard, Cop.
I'm sorry, bro. Back in the day, man, when she was the hottest chick on TV back in the day, next to freaking Thelma off of Good Times, and that show was canceled. You know, it was that was it.
He's like, what other show can I say that's not Friends? My favorite show in the world.
Oh shit. I started trying to watch Moonlighting again, but I was like, why did I watch this bullshit?
Because it was good.
Damn,
That's why.
Moonlight. Damn.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
good. They used to argue so damn much.
That was the
you know
thing
what?
about it.
I'm trying to change my point of view about some of the stuff I say, and I'm trying to be more positive about stuff. But you said that, and I say this with my brain issues and all that. But you said that about, they argue so much, and I was gonna say that show was so bad that even Bruce Willis is trying to forget about it.
Oh, man.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's fucking horrible. I am not saying it as a joke now. I'm saying that the fucked up part of what's still left in my brain instantly thought that.
No.
And I'm trying not to say shit
That was
like
funny,
that anymore.
and you need to accept it. It was funny.
She
You need
was
to
fucked up,
open up and understand that you thought it, and it was funny, and you said it, and it was funny, and you thought it, you said it. It's out in the universe. There's no taking it back, and that was a good one.
I'm still waiting for Cobweb to say, what was in the name of that movie with that white girl with the blonde hair? She came out in Batman and she was like in The Crush. It had Stacey Dash in it. Stacey Dash was fine, but then she got all political and all that. She's not fine now that she got political. But you know that movie with Brittany Murphy, and they drove
Brittany
around in
Murphy?
a Jeep, and she had a plaid skirt on, and her dad was rich, and then Ant-Man was in it, and he looks exactly like how he does now. That's Clueless, Cobweb, but that's how you describe movies that.
That you don't
I've
want to say.
seen that.
Right.
I've seen that. You know what? I've seen Clueless.
There you go.
I've seen Clueless, bro. I've seen that one, bro. I've seen that one, and I ain't gonna front on you. Another one I done seen was that Legally Blonde shit. I saw that shit too.
Those
You know what
two
I'm
are funny.
Oh wow, I thought
I've
they were
seen
the
that white
same
people
movie.
shit. I've seen those flicks, bro. Yeah.
He just separated the two movies for me. I was like, Clueless, is that the lawyer one? No, it
When
wasn't.
the lawyer one's Clueless too when she graduates high school. Yeah.
They're not even the same girl.
Bruh.
Speaking of Reese Witherspoon, have you seen Reese Witherspoon's daughter?
No.
Is she
Reese
18?
Witherspoon. Yes, she's like, I think she's like 30 now or something like that.
Okay, I'll
But
take a look.
she's-
I'll take a gander.
She's more Reese Witherspoon than Reese Witherspoon is.
What?
If you want to talk about cloning in Hollywood, take a look at Reese Witherspoon and her daughter.
Reese Witherspoon
That's
was like
nothing-
this
that's
movie
nothing
until
serious.
Dawn. Average.
How so? I thought you were gonna say a strong chin.
Pointy nose. White people. There's their correlation.
Oh my god.
Legally.
Legally.
Girl.
A strong, chiseled, beardless chin on Reese Witherspoon.
See, you're talking about the chin. What about that stash, though? What's happening?
What happened was I fucked up my soul patch because I thought it was just right here in the middle. and then it was just like thick like that. I was like, I'm not gonna have no thick ass fucking soul patch right here. So I went to trim it. By the time I was done trimming,
Right.
it was over here instead of over here. So, yeah.
You look
He
like you
just said-
showed up to my house to cut down my tree, but you need a beer break first.
No.
looks like Sergeant Slaughter.
I look like I'm driving around on a Segway in the mall with yeah.
She said he looked like Sergeant Slaughter.
You have not seen his
Oh,
picture of Sergeant.
he hasn't seen my Sergeant Slaughter.
Even Sergeant Slaughter saw it and thought that was him.
Sergeant Slaughter said, "Fuck, kid." Yeah.
Oh my God. Slaughter said that to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, Slaughter's the coolest, man. That's a badass motherfucker right there, boy.
Sergeant Slaughter ate an entire bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken in front of us in like 10 minutes by himself.
Dude, it was a protein day.
Recently, not in his heyday.
Not
In
his heyday. You trying to tell me Sergeant Slaughter's out there eating whole buckets of, was it original? It was original,
Yes,
wasn't it?
original
We're
Kentucky
not
Fried
trying
Chicken.
to
We're not.
tell you,
No.
telling you.
Yeah, we're not.
That
Yeah,
is
we're
bullshit.
it's a fact. No, with our own eyes.
Wait, you trying to tell me, how old is Sergeant Slaughter?
Deborah ordered a 2-piece. I had a 3-piece. My man had a bucket and a sweet tea. He had the full fucking bucket. We didn't take our chicken out of the bucket to eat. She ordered a 2-piece. I ordered a 3-piece combo. He ordered the bucket and a
The
large
8-piece.
sweet tea. No,
He
the
ordered-
bucket. How many fucking pieces are in
It
the
should be a
Kentucky
whole
Fried
chicken. It should be an 8-piece.
Should be 8 pieces, you know, but sometimes you get a 12-piece bucket or something else like that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that normally 8 pieces is a bucket. So he had an 8-piece bucket of original. He just ain't too bad.
Was his
KFC
healthcare provider
ain't that
shoving
big.
it in his gullet?
But
Dude,
it is
he's
yeah,
gotta
his
be
age,
like-
he shouldn't be eating that shit.
He's got to be
I
like
think he's
83 years
better.
old, and he's got
Yes.
everything broken. Probably his mind. So there was somebody there just like, "Ugh, take this weight. It's a waiting now.
Dude, no. And he was still dragging his bag around with him and everything like that and carrying merch to the signing. Let's see. 16 pieces.
He ate a 60 bullshit.
Nope.
You trying to tell me Slaughter set up there ate 2 fucking whole ass chickens,
Like nothing.
original, and
Like
drank a
nothing.
sweet tea in one
Yep.
sitting?
Yep.
Yep.
God damn.
And then I'll tell you that Jimmy Hart wanted us to take him to Bill Miller's because he had heard about Bill Miller's. And we took him, and all he got was it green beans?
Yeah.
He ordered
Green
green beans and potato salad, and that's all he ate.
You're like,
Bill
"Oh,
Miller's?
With the
that's
water.
all you want?
What's Bill
Oh
Miller's?
man,
Barbecue.
Bill Miller's is
Bill
a
Miller's is
slightly,
a San
slightly
Antonio
better than-
institution
slightly better than fast food barbecue.
with fried
Okay.
chicken.
Oh, it's like the patio out here in Chicago.
I don't know.
That whack ass shit. Oh, dude, it's like bro.
Only
this
the
one
patio
spot.
has like 400 locations.
The patio that I know that I've been to, freaking, oh my God. Bro, I've never been into a barbecue place that when you walk in, you don't smell barbecue. How is that possible?
Oh
Because
no,
it's all returned boiled.
you drive past Bill Miller's. Bill Miller's smells amazing.
Yep.
Okay, that's better than the patio.
And the barbecue's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. But until you have like really badass barbecue, and then you're like, oh well.
So it's a San Antonio institution. They do barbecue. They do fried chicken. And they had a chokehold on the fried chicken game until Bush's came out. When Bush's came
much
out, there was no more Bill Miller's for me.
How much for an order of tips?
But they have barbecue chicken also, not just fried
I
chicken.
don't know
There's
their
They
prices.
do rib tips? They do rib tips?
No, they don't do rib tips.
What?
Yeah, no, they do brisket, they do chicken, and then they
Wait,
do a slot
what?
that they
Wait,
serve
what
to you the next
what?
day.
What? You trying to? What kind of rib
tips is bullshit. Rib tips is
kind of bull?
was the here's the leftovers of it, so we're gonna pretend that it's something. And now now
bro,
they make fake rib tips now.
No
now when you buy
bullshit.
whole pieces of meat and cut them up and that, oh, these are burnt ends. No, burnt ends are the burnt ends that you cut off, and then you eat that are good. You know, you're not going to waste food or anything like that. But when you go order a thing of burnt ends, and
you can't order burnt ends. No,
Bruh, no,
you can't order rib tips.
Stop it. Stop it.
Rib tips
I don't
are
know what
a byproduct, not a product.
Whatever, bro. That's your problem right there. No, how dare you? Let me tell you this right now, bro. You come to Chicago, you gotta come to Chi-Town, bro. No, bro.
Y'all don't know shit
Let me
about
tell
barbecue.
you something, bro. Let me tell you. Y'all sit up here tripping. I don't know what kind of places y'all doing, but out here in Chicago, man, every barbecue spot you can order a rib tips, bro. It's
yes, you can.
Yeah, right.
Yes, you can.
That's the thing.
It's
You
waste.
gotta have. No, it's not, bro, because this shit is fucking delicious, bro.
Oh, it's
I'm telling you,
delicious,
man.
I'm sure. It's waste.
Yeah.
It's a
Man,
byproduct
bro.
of processing to make the ribs good. You put stuff through a cutting process, trimming process, and all that stuff that you toss off to the side. They were like, you know what? We need to get every single cent out of every single ounce and gram of everything that we're making here. You know what? That little shit that we throw in there, all that fat and gristle and a little, maybe about 15% protein. Let's cook that and slather it in sauce and sell it to the people.
And convince
And
people
boom.
how great it is. Hey,
Rib
and we
tips.
realize that we eat tripas and we eat, you know,
Bruh.
Oh, we eat guts.
Bruh.
We eat guts.
I can't wait for y'all to come to Chicago. I can't wait for y'all to get to Chicago, man. Y'all gonna sit up here.
You do know we've had beef tips and we've had burnt ends and
Bro, I don't know what, at this point in my life, I don't know what y'all done had. I really don't. I really don't know what y'all eat out there in San Antonio. Y'all eat the craziest stuff ever. Y'all put freaking pineapple juice up your goddamn noses. You eat freaking all kind of crazy shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all do. Right, I don't know what the hell y'all do out there. All I do, you know what I'm saying? We do civilized crazy shit out in Chicago. Yeah, we sit out there.
Civilized crazy. Yep.
in Chicago, yeah.
Yep. Civilized crazy.
Right,
it's a
crazy
perfect
shit.
balance.
Right, civilized crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But this stuff y'all be pulling, man, it's be crazy, man. I ain't, you know, I mean, y'all even have pizza. Y'all don't even do pizza puffs like us. We do fries and shit. You don't get mild sauce on your chicken wings when you get them, do you? No, you don't. You right. You don't get your chicken wings like a 6-piece with fries with the 2 slices of bread on it on the bottom with the mild sauce on top. You know what I'm saying?
With wings?
Mild sauce?
Bro.
Are you starving out there?
Bro, you put mild sauce in your cereal. You know mild
put
sauce.
wings for entertainment. It sounds like you're eating it for sustenance. Bread with your wings?
Bro.
Y'all trying to survive out there. Y'all not having fun. What?
Bro, let me tell you, man, ain't nothing like getting a 6-piece from Chicago. Y'all tripping, y'all.
Let me get some wings and some toast. What?
I'll have 3,
Are you serious?
I'll have 3 slices of bread with some mild sauce on my Soylent Green.
Oh,
bro, man. That's how it comes, bro.
Wings?
They take 2 slices of bread. They give you a basket. They put 2 slices of bread in it. Then they put the fries on top of that. And then they put your 6 wings on that. And then they douse that shit with mild sauce. Either on top of the fries or in the wings and the fries, bro. And
they
salt
douse
on
it
that
in
motherfucking
sauce
shit.
because it got to cover up that bullshit.
No. Yes.
Bro, you are tripping, Sue. What?
Oh,
hey, you
in any kind of interesting.
Bless your heart. Bless your ever-loving heart.
And these wings ain't like these little, what y'all call, like,
No, they must be. They gotta be little. Because if the wings are so small that you could get 6 and you need 2 slices of bread, you don't. Yeah, you're not eating wings.
No, in Chicago,
you're eating wing tips.
Chicago.
That's what you eat. You getting wing tips. You know that little gnarl part of the wing at the end that nobody wants. That's what y'all get. That's not wings, fool.
No, bro. In Chicago. If you order wings, you get the whole thing. You get the whole thing in Chicago, man. You don't get the drummets. You know what I'm saying?
You get the
order
gnarl.
wings.
You
get the whole thing.
You get a pack of gnarls, please, with a capital G. Gnarls Barkley. That's what that was. Gnarls Barkley was a tribute to Chicago wings, because y'all just get the gnarls and sauce with
toast.
Just the knuckles of the chicken feet.
Knuckles of the chicken
The
feet.
knuckles, yo.
Yo, bro, you dissing the Shy like this? Where my Chicago people at right
Chicken
now?
foot
You know
knuckles.
this joker gonna sit up here and diss a Chicago 6-piece wing dinner, bro.
Hey, you have
Come
to
on,
give
man.
Chicago the credit of being the place that invented Panera Bread, because their pizza is just that fucking bread bowl with tomato soup in it. It just.
Are you serious right now? Are you dissing Chicago pizza? You done lost your steer.
Deep
mind.
dish.
I've
Deep
never
dish.
experienced Chicago pizza, so I know what it is. I know what it's about. I've got people from Chicago. I've got
I do
people
wanna
in and
try
out
it.
of Chicago. So I won't disparage Chicago pizza until I try it. However,
Yeah, because
y'all
you
be
got
having chicken knuckles out there and calling it wings and rib tips. Y'all get pork rib knuckles from the rib, because the rib fist, y'all get this part of it and they throw sauce on it and then you call it rib tips. Y'all just eat knuckles out there.
I will take the pizza reference back, because I
Give me
haven't
the
had.
soft stuffed knuckles, please.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm
You gotta
telling
come.
you.
Hold on, real quick. I take the pizza, the line back, because I haven't had it from Chicago. So I will retract my pizza statement until I have it in Chicago. But yeah, if you gotta drown, if you're drowning it with sauce and covering the fries with bread, so you won't see the knuckles. It just,
Bro, that's how we like it. You like mild sauce on your fries, bro. You get the mild sauce on the fries, you put the wings on top, son. That's where we come in Chicago, bro.
The
That's it.
pepperoni is chicken thigh
And when you
skin.
get the whole wing, and you get the whole wing. We ain't talking about like no party wing shit. We talking the whole wing. You get the whole thing like that.
Just that little,
Party.
that
I seen
little
you.
gnarled.
I seen y'all a
you-
picture, man.
You
I
get
seen
the
y'all a
gnarls
picture, man.
Barkley.
'Cause y'all tripping, bro. Y'all just got issues with food out there, man. Y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all giving out
You got
tamales and
wings
shit.
that you need bread with. Y'all
Yeah,
are hungry
I
for just
don't-
65
the-
cents a day. Allow me to take a moment, please. I'd like to talk about my beautiful people out in Chi-Town. I have many friends from out there. I really do. And they're really good people with their switches and whatnot. For just 65 cents a day, you can send a real chicken wing to these gnarled and eaten motherfuckers that douse their shit in sauce and they need toast. We're so sorry you need toast with your wings. Here in Texas,
Not toasted.
we order 6 wings and eat 3 of them and then take 3 more to share with the family. Not to
No,
mention
bro, it's
our
not
beers.
toasted bread.
I'm sorry. Just bread.
Especially with-
Not even toasted. Y'all don't got enough
No, it's just white
electricity
bread.
to
It's
toast
2
all the
slices of
bread.
white bread. You get 2
That's
slices of white bread.
It'd be
We
too
get
much
to-
electricity to toast the bread. You're putting a strain on the grid.
I'm telling you, bro. You get 2 slices of bread on your
with your
dish
wings.
with your wings, bro. Order a 6-piece wings, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Everything's out here combinized. You know, that's just the way it is.
Can you give me another public service announcement about the chicken wings over there?
What in the world?
Hello. My name is Cantu. You might know me from Cast of the Pod and nowhere else. I'd like to address an issue that was brought up by a friend of mine, Mr. Cobweb. Out in Chicago, historically known as the meat packing capital of the world at a time.
The world.
The meat packing industry was so large that people were consumed by the machinery itself. Hence the book that came out that changed food safety forever. Well, time has gone on, technology has gone on, but it seems as the hard times of the working man in Chicago hasn't caught up with technology or the future times that we live in now. Everything's not great right now, but they're eating rib knuckles. They're eating the gnarled parts of the chicken wing. These poor people, they go out and they spend $22 on a 6-pack of wings, and they need bread with it. The poor chicken wings are so small that they have to get 2 slices of American bread in order to fill up. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. There's also a batch of fries on the same plate. The wings are so horrendously malnourished that they need 6 wings, 2 slices of bread, and an entire grip of potatoes that aren't even real potatoes. Potato-like substance. And then they douse it in sauce to hide the shame of the appearance.
Okay.
Y'all tripping for real.
Thank you.
For real.
Audible,
Y'all tripping
I'm
for
available.
real. No freaking way, man. Y'all tripping, dude. Y'all sit up there tripping. Ain't nobody paying that much for an order of wings, dude. You only get like that for maybe about $15 or something
You
like
pay
that. Maybe
$30 for
17.
one rib, so.
I don't pay that much for my ribs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not making fun of anybody spending too much on one rib because I
right,
fucked
exactly.
Yeah, but that one rib had like 2 pounds of meat on it.
Yeah, it was huge.
Exactly. Let me ask y'all another question before we get out here. Do you guys bag your own groceries?
If we want to.
Down here you can. You don't have to, but you can. They won't stop you.
HEB, which is the greatest grocery store and type situation on the planet, they hire young people to do that. They're also better than the federal government when it comes to disasters.
Take
sending
care
out
of people. That's for sure.
They send out 18 wheelers of water and food, and then they pay their people from across the state to go to these wherever there's any kind of tragedies and stuff like that to feed people and to help
They even
clean
go
up.
to different states.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just asking because I thought it was just me because I don't really typically bag my own groceries.
Look up
We
HEB.
get it. You had shrimp cocktail for lunch at elementary school. You don't have to keep flexing. We get it, Cobweb. Damn.
You get mild
We
sauce with
get
your
it.
wings and fries.
We did used to have a store out here called Mega where there were no options for bagging. You had to bag it yourself. Well, shit, there wasn't even bags, right? After a while,
Yeah.
you had to just box your stuff up like
Costco and Sam's, you don't have.
Mega.
Well, that's Costco and Sam's. Yeah, Mega, MEGA, over on the east side, and it was just the crates that the food would come in that you could put that in there. There weren't even bags or anything like that. That was back in the day, though. But yeah,
We got like
HEB
an Aldi's.
Aldi's.
Yeah.
I've heard of
That
it. But
is the store, a chain from Deutschland. It's from Germany.
Oh, I heard the story about them. They're fucked up. They're two brothers.
Aldi's?
Yes, look up the history of Aldi's. They're the two brothers that fucked each other over. They were in a party that liked walking without bending their knees and doing funny little salutes.
They like to point to the sun with their whole palm.
With their whole hand. And yeah, Aldi's was invented by a guy. Well, not invented, but brought together by a guy that had a mustache far worse than mine. But yeah, Aldi's is a very interesting history. Almost as interesting as Bayer. But we won't bring up Bayer.
Yeah, we're gonna let that ride. These are corporations.
Well, these are giant corporations that have very questionable origins in the motherland.
Nope. I don't mess with multi-billion-dollar corporations.
Well, then you must stop shopping at Aldi's. Can you?
That's worse than messing around with ice right now. I ain't even doing that.
Look up the history. You'll be very interested to look up the history of Aldi's.
Then you won't want to go there anymore.
Yes.
I don't know if there's anything to stop me from shopping at Aldi's. For real, bro. Once I put that quarter in the basket, then I'm good.
What?
You know?
You put a deposit to get the cart. You have to pay to get your
You have to pay to
cart.
shop?
Yeah. Well, you don't pay, you rent it.
They lock up and you have to put a quarter in to unlock it from all the other
Do you
ones.
get your quarter back?
That way you don't have to worry about. That way you don't have to worry about paying people to put the carts back because people get their quarterback, so they get their cart back. That's prices down.
You put a quarter in a shopping cart and shop, and then put it back and get your quarter back.
Yes.
And you think
It's like
that's
chain. They're all chained together.
It sounds like chain to me.
and that keeps prices down instead of creating jobs.
I don't
These
know.
prices
The
down.
stores. The
What are
stores
y'all
here.
doing out there in Chi-Town? You're
We get
eating
our-
rib knuckles and paying to use a shopping cart in the store?
So you have to bring your own
Not even
bags,
paying, bring
or
it
you have
back.
to buy your bags.
But there's an option to bring your own bags here using reusable bags.
Yeah, but you don't
if
have
you
to.
want to.
Yeah, and then you have to.
if Selena's on the bag, then you can stab somebody to get your own version of the bag, and then sell
Yeah.
them on eBay for $50 for the reusable Selena bag.
So you
Everything's-
put a quarter in a shopping cart?
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the handle. It's
and everything's in boxes. All the food on the shelves are in the box that it came in, like the big box. So they just open up the top of the box and just reach in and get your stuff.
It's like Mega.
This is
That's
in
how
Aldi's.
that's how Mega.
Yeah, it's
used to be.
Aldi's. Aldi's is great. These things work, man. Aldi's, I'm telling you, out here, people shop at Aldi's. They know what they're doing. You save a lot of money shopping at Aldi's, and they got good stuff. That's just the way it is, man. Shit, save a
need
good
to
lot of
drop-
money.
Here one day.
Yeah,
All these people are putting 25 cents to use the shopping cart. All these people.
it's not just in Chicago though. I've seen it before. I hadn't seen it down here, but I've seen it before.
I hope it don't come down here.
They're opening here in Texas. They tried to open in San Antonio year before last, but that didn't. They bought the land, but something happened to keep it from opening. But yeah, it's here in Texas for sure.
HEB chased out Kroger's and Albertsons.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
HEB's a
that?
beast.
What's wrong with having to put the quarter in there to get the shopping cart back? What's wrong with that?
What if you don't have a quarter? What if you need a?
Who carries cash? No, I mean, no, that's a bad thing. We should be carrying cash. But
Right.
I mean, the cart runners and all that make jobs.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes you give
people-
them the quarter back.
But that's the whole thing. I
You
mean,
know,
down here, there's people who their job is to go out into the parking lot and gather shopping carts, and to gather shopping carts from inside the store, and the hand baskets and everything, and like that's their job. So, cost you a quarter to get rid of somebody who might make like maybe $7.25 an hour for 8 hours a day.
Well, Aldi's is not name brand food either. They're off brand food.
Oh, word!
You know what I'm
So
saying?
they got Captain
Okay.
Vitamin. Yeah,
Right.
and that kangaroo. And they got Fruity
Yeah.
O's. The Fruity O's
You know what
hurt.
Yes.
That
So
kangaroo
you're
cereal
paying
was
25 cents to go get the food stamp food?
Dude, man, you got a family. You need money, man. Hey, man, shit.
You're spending.
Butter is butter. God damn it. I don't give a shit. I grew up on government cheese and government butter. So if I go to Aldi's and go buy some motherfucking butter for my damn family, we gonna eat some motherfucking. That's what we gonna do, okay?
government
But
butter
you're
and
spending
government
Right.
butter
$25
and
for a
shrimp.
cart.
Right. My mother, you know, she was that crazy. Man, let me tell you, she would never shop at Aldi's when we was kids.
Because the
'Cause she
quarter was
felt-
too much.
No, it wasn't a quarter. She just didn't want nobody to know that she shopped at Aldi's because she thought it was cheap. You know what I'm saying? So we would be
when
like
you go-
at home.
That's when you go up to the corner store with your paper food stamp and you get change back. They give you real coins back. You go buy some bubble gum or something like that, and then you take a $2. Remember the different color stamps?
Yeah.
The
Wait,
little
wait,
book,
wait.
and they'd rip it out. Just
Yeah.
rip it out.
Bro,
Yeah.
it made no fucking
Yep.
sense to me at all. Why in the world would you be ashamed to go shop at Aldi's when you could go and you still buying your food with food stamps and you going to go buy it at Jewel at another expensive store? Wouldn't that be kind of dumb and ridiculous that you would be looked down more on because you were shopping at an expensive store with food stamps than instead of just going to a store where you can get more for your food stamps? What the fuck is wrong with these people today?
I'm telling you, we live in the upside down.
No, I'm sorry. That
We-
was.
we-
I'm
we
sorry. I'm
had-
sorry. That was
No,
the
don't be
people of
sorry.
today.
Don't be sorry.
That was my mother.
like
They
we
don't
said,
know.
Like we said a few episodes back, we had the generic line, which was at HEB, which was at Kroger's, which was at Albertsons, the generic food aisle.
In a bag, a
But-
big ass bag, not even a box, just a bag. Here's 2 pounds of Fruity O's. Enjoy.
In a bag. No, but we did have Mega for a while, which was the off-brand food place. And I mean, I'd probably say about 5-6 years when I was in junior high to beginning of high school before they disappeared. And they had that too. It was just the industrial racks that I was familiar with when I worked warehouse, you know, and all the food was out there on the boxes. So we did have that. But yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
brought them up. Hey,
We also
Josh,
had,
what's
we
that?
also had Handy Andy. You remember Handy Andy?
Yeah, there was one down the street from my house right now.
Y'all
It just
had
closed
Handy
up not
Andy
too long.
out there?
Dude, man, it was right down the street from here. It just closed up like maybe about 8-10 years ago. It went out of business. It was right down the street.
Damn.
Wow, we had Handy Andy, and then Handy Dan was the Handy Dan was
Candy Dan. That's where you go in and then you come out with less money and no food.
well, no, Handy
Any store
no,
right now.
Handy Dan was the before Builders Square and before Lowe's and all that. They had the construction
And
equipment.
McCoy's.
Before McCoy's, yeah, it's Handy Dan, which is the same company as Handy Andy. But the brothers, Andy was food and Dan was building supplies.
Oh, what the hell?
And they
Hey,
did
man, what's
split
that
up
noise?
because
What's-
of their Nazi affiliation.
Right. What's that noise in the background, Josh? I can't.
Let me
He's
find
ready
it.
to.
That was it.
Oh, now he's ready to go. Now we get to the motherfucking calculator of doom, el calculadora de doom, where we rate the movies between a 0 to a 10, 0 to 4.9 being, I'm probably not going to watch it again. 5 on up, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So who wants to go first on this one?
I
I'll
got
go
it.
first.
Oh,
No,
Deb.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead, Cop.
Lady Deb first.
I'm going to. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna just come straight out and say I give this movie a 10. I really enjoyed this movie. It had a lot of scares. It was fun, and it did scare me. There was a couple of times where I actually jumped out of my seat, and I was eating my invisible popcorn with it, and my popcorn fell all over the floor. But I really enjoyed this movie, and I will watch it again. So yeah, I gave it a 10.
Cool beans.
And I liked the filming. I liked how sometimes it looked like a game, and it made me want to actually. I don't like playing those type of games, but I like watching Josh play the games. So I kind of want to get the game so I can watch Josh play the game.
I don't want to pay $60 for the game, but regardless.
If we had the game, I would like to watch the game.
Okay.
Cool. 10 from Deb, Cobweb.
I'm going to give this movie, I was thinking, I'm kind of stuck between like a 7.5 and an 8, so I'm going to give it a 7.8. You know,
7.8.
it's, yeah, I'm going to give it a 7.8. Straight up. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. You know, the character development was kind of like, it ain't what it is, but it's so much going on all the time. You know, it's kind of like, you know, I can't really say there was nothing really bad about the movie at all, honestly, tell the truth. Actually, I'm just going to give it a straight up 8, man. Straight up
Okay.
8. Let's go.
18 total. All right. Cantu.
I'm gonna give this a 7. It's popcorn for sure. It's cohesive. The acting is good. The writing is good. The shooting is good. The special effects are good. This is everything that this type of movie is supposed to be. I'm only giving it a 7 because it doesn't touch reality for me. You know, like when we again the Conjuring joints, like that's when movies are super duper good because there's this sense of reality. This right here, you suspend reality. Time is fucked with. You don't get movies where time is an element in the atmosphere, and these people have to go through the same thing and they're figuring it out. It's, man, the gore, the story. There needs to be more discussions about the Wendigo. But yeah, I'm gonna go hard 7 on this, man. Full show recommendations all day. It's not excellence. It's right under.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh.
What's going on?
Oh.
I know, right? Messing around.
So I'm going to give it a 7.5. I like the movie. I recommend the movie. It was fun. It wasn't, in a violent nature, that movie, but I liked what I saw. It wasn't cheesy bad enough to be that type of film, but it was a date flick. It was I'm like, what's Cantu doing?
Popping corn
Yes.
consumption.
I was like, do I have a booger? Is it a moco? Or my mustache over here? Yeah, it I don't give it an 8, 9, or 10 because I think it needs a little bit more, but it wasn't bad. I'll watch it again. The sequel that it sets up for is actually the game. So at the end of the movie, when the TVs turn back on and you hear Dr. Hill again, and it shows the Snow Lodge, the story in the game, from what I've been reading, is so much different. So I'll just say it right now. They pulled a prank which made one of the group die. And then they come back a year later. So the story is completely different from the game. But the ending credits. Wow, that's cool. It says Cobweb's battery is less than 20%. Heads up.
Yeah.
It just popped up on my screen right now. But
It did on mine too.
So yeah, I like the movie and I recommend it. 7.5. So we break that down by 4, gives it an 8.12. So as a group, Cast of the Pod, we gave Until Dawn, the 2025 version, a 8. Very respectable
Nice.
light.
That's what's up.
I think Cantu's still there. I think. So the people out there gave it a 5.7.
That's a show.
Let's see. The biggest group gave it a 6. We gave it an 8. I liked it. It was fun. I don't care what other people think.
That's right. We're always above the curve, regardless of the matter. That's what we do. We Cast of the Pod, baby.
Yep. But all right, let's go ahead and end it there. We lost Cantu. He's gone. But so this is the Cast of the Pod podcast. Shout out to Club 3P. Shout out to all our pod people. I'm Josh.
Cobweb in the house, baby.
And I'm Deb.
And you have been warned. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Until next time.